Hey everybody, do you know what's about to happen? I do.
It's a tiny tight show. What you know about pro wrestling? Tune in, get a lesson in a little MMA. Got a question? Throw it our way. A suggestion? Listen to the podcast. There's some bomb gas. RVD, no, we won't pass. Makes me so mad when Big Show's sad. I just can't believe the acting. It's the last thing I wanna see, but Mae Young fasting, crashing through a table. You're overreacting, not another stable. Tiny tight show moves not. Don't give a fuck, Crispin one. I'm Zach Sellich, Mike Bachelor. Start the show, brother.
And we're live. It's the Tiny Tight Show. Off hiatus, finally. I am one half of your tag team champions. Join with me, as always, my tag team partner.
How is everybody doing? Well, it's this evening for me. I don't know what it is for you. It could be the morning. It could be mid-afternoon. It could be in the middle of the night. But thanks for listening.
It could be Blumpkin O'Clock.
We are the Tiny Tight Show. We talk MMA. We talk wrestling. I don't know why I said MMA first, because we very rarely talk about MMA.
We keep meaning to talk about MMA, but by the end of the show, you're just like, just end the show, Bachelor.
Yeah, it's hit or miss with MMA, but we do talk a lot of pro wrestling here at the Tiny Tight Show. That's our mainstay. That's what we like to do. Not only WWE, but a little bit of TNA, also some indies such as ROH and PWG and others, and Bachelor.
Chikara and New Japan and All Japan and...
He's into the Japanese stuff a little bit more than me, but that's okay. I'll eventually come around. I am a fan of Shinsuke Nakamura. And
Speaking of Japan and Shinsuke Nakamura, we went and saw some New Japan stars.
Yeah, we said. I don't know if we've had a show since we saw them.
No, we have not. No, we haven't.
So yeah, that's what the Tiny Tight Show's about, and we did. Let's get right into our little adventure to ROH.
Yes. What did you say? A little under a month ago.
Yeah, I don't even know the date.
It's all a blur. We and some other friends of ours went to Ring of Honor Border Wars.
Border Wars at the Ted Reeve Arena.
Your favorite shithole, the Ted Reeve Arena.
If anyone has ever listened to the Tiny Tight Show, they will know that I have a great hatred for the Ted Reeve Arena. It's like a really dingy arena in Toronto where they always hold the ROH events. So it's just really like dilapidated. I was embarrassed that they had the venue there because they brought all these top Japanese guys into Toronto, and it's not a good representation of the city, right? Like it's not downtown. It's just crappy venue.
Would you say it's in the ghetto?
Not necessarily in the ghetto, but not in downtown. You kind of want to, like, I don't know, have a... I like it was at Old Maple Leaf Gardens. I forget what they call it now, but I think they're going back there, which is good.
Yes, that's the next show. You should be happy. The next show is at Maple Leaf Gardens.
In order to make ROH seem like a legit promotion, make Toronto seem like a legit town, have it at a nice venue. That's all I'm saying.
Only thing I don't like about it being at Maple Leaf Gardens is that we got to go through Ticketmaster for the tickets.
That is a downside, and yeah.
Shake our fist at you, ROH. So thumbs up for a better arena, and a shaking of the fist for Ticketmaster.
Yeah, so we got at the event we had a whole row. We had a whole row of people.
We represented between us and the cast of Multiverse 5.
So tell them where you were the ringleader of the tickets. So tell them where you chose to sit.
It was just circumstance. I was on the aisle the whole show. So if you go back and watch that last Toronto pay-per-view, I am right there looking at Maria's ass, chirping Silas Young like only we do on this show.
And if you're wondering what he looks like, if you're just listening to the show and you're not watching it on YouTube, you can go to the YouTube channel. You can watch a Tiny Tight Show. We post the podcast video. It's on Google Hangouts. You can come check it out. Check out what we look like, so you'll know when you watch a show. It'll be us, Chirpin' Silas Young. That's us right there. Come check out the YouTube channel.
You're Mr. Promotion today. I love it.
I don't know what's going on. It'll probably fade off in like 10-15 minutes, and I'll probably be back to my normal somber self. So just enjoy it while it lasts.
Bring in the thunder.
That's right. It's season 2.5. We haven't done a show in a long time, so just have to bring the heat for the fans.
Yes.
For Sergio.
Yes, for Sergio, and Jason Ward, who does watch the show from time to time.
Oh, that's fantastic. Jason Ward came to the ROH show. He drove for me. It's awesome. Thank you for driving. And
it was his first show.
His first what?
It was his first show. I don't know what the voice. I was broken into a little voice and a little accent right there.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
It was a good little show with the main event, a little bit of Pillbury, a little bit of classic Pillbury, with Adam Cole defending against Jushin Thunder Liger right there.
Yeah, so, well, we had the whole row, so let's go back to the story.
Yep.
After that little thing we just witnessed.
Sorry.
We had a whole row, and, yes, Jason Ward was there.
Corey Couture.
That was his first time. He wasn't too impressed.
I think he was expecting Cage of Death.
He's expecting thumbtacks and super high spots.
He would have been happy with that table bump at the pay-per-view, but we're going to get to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know where these, like, missed expectations come from. I don't know if you'd ever seen the show. It's on Fox on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you've ever seen anyone, but he knew, like, technical wrestlers like Danny O'Brien, CM Punk. That's pretty common knowledge, have come from ROH. So that's, like, kind of the style. So I don't know. I don't know where that went awry. Array.
Array?
Array.
I think it's awry.
Yeah.
You got some sweet merch. You got yourself a New Japan T-shirt and a Elgin Fear the Mullet.
Yeah, so let me tell you about the merch table. So they had New Japan had it set up. I was hoping for a Nakamura shirt. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if he had his own personal merch. They didn't. They just had two shirts, three shirts, two or three shirts.
Like three, yeah. And apparently they sold them out. They sold out all the shirts at the Canadian show, so they didn't have anything for the New York show the next week.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes it even a little bit more special. Yeah, so they had a navy blue one and King of Wrestling. No, I forget what it said on the back, but it was something like in broken English, and it was pretty cool. And then they had a white and red one. It kind of looked like a baseball T-shirt, but it wasn't 3/4. That's what I got. It had kind of like the
lion.
It had a lion, kind of like this. No, not like this, but it is a cat, so that's why I show you.
Looks like that's a giant tiger T-shirt.
Yeah, and so my buddy came up to me. I wasn't there with him at the show, but I knew him, and we're in the beer line, and I go, "What shirt did you get?" And he's like, "Oh, I got the blue one. I wanted the white and red one. They sold out, so I had to settle for this blue one with this broken English on the back." And I said, "Well, I got the white and red one, and I'm fucking dope, and I do dope things."
Start calling you Kanye Sellich.
So yeah, that's going on. That's the story with the New Japan merch table.
I wanted a Bullet Club shirt. I was a little disappointed there was no Bullet Club merch because they were over as fuck.
They could have sold so much more merch if they actually had some. Like, you should get into making some fucking indie wrestling merch or distributing it or something. I don't know. Like, there needs to be more of it because the market is there.
Funny you mentioned that, Zach, because as of yesterday, they announced that Pro Wrestling Tees is the official sponsor for your New Japan merch in North America. So you can get all your New Japan T-shirts, your Bullet Club shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees.
You can get all 3 shirts?
Yes, you can get all 3 shirts.
So you get any autographs? Because what is it, like $10 an autograph or something?
I think it was like 20 or something like that. I got my photo. Yeah, it was 25. It was 20 with autograph and a photo. So I got my photo taken with Shinsuke Nakamura. I got his autograph because he's the king of swag and he's dope as fuck, and he does dope things too.
Definitely, like King of Swag.
Mm-hmm.
So So tell me how that went down. So he's behind the table. So
Yeah.
did he come around the table to take the picture with you?
No, he just reached over, and I reached over and like doing the fat guy.
Did you guys like brush cheeks? Did you get a moment where you brushed cheeks?
Not even, because he's holding up the belt doing his thing.
Yeah. So is there anywhere where our listeners can see this picture possibly?
Possibly on the Multiverse 5 Facebook group.
That's awesome. And you actually posted a video in which it was a New Japan promo video, and it was Shinsuke's entrance, and I was in it because I was right by the entrance. And yeah, that's a little my claim to fame, this event.
Yeah, it was so random. I was in a random message board, and I saw a link to someone, hey, this video, like, of his entrance. I'm like, hey, that's Zach in the crowd, standing right beside him.
What's actually the most surprising is that's the name of, like, the title of it was, like, Pie from the Tiny Tight Show. I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't. Yeah, that's.
You're big in Japan. What can we say?
Big in Japan, big in Dubai, I'm dope, and I do dope things.
That's right. That's our 20th T-shirt idea.
So you got it. Is that the only autograph you got?
That's the only one they got.
So what Dave came with us on. Yes. Dave probably not listening, but
the Wild Man Dave Mather.
Wild Man Dave Mather. We went over and watched Ring of Honor. First pay-per-view. We went over to his house. Great hospitality. He got Kevin Steen's autograph, and then he went back, and Kevin Steen was nice, and he signed one free for his son. And his son wasn't born yet, but that's how nice Kevin Steen was. He gave him a free autograph for his unborn son. So he's born now. So there you go, Austin. That's there's a little shout out for you on Tiny Tights 2.5, keeping it live, bringing the heat.
Thought I just had to add that.
So what else happened on the show? So we had some great like new Japan stars come over.
Yeah, the Young Bucks, the Forever Hooligans, and the Time Splitters of Alex Shelley and Kushida tore it up.
Great match.
Forever Hooligans are really getting over. I'm glad to see they're using them more.
I'm sorry like about the personal stories, guys. If you're not into this and you want to just you want to hear about wrestling, but I gotta tell the personal stories too as a little personal touch because everyone's gonna talk about wrestling. So
exactly,
it was hard to pay attention. It's a great match, but our row was like falling apart. Did you experience any of that at the end of it?
No, like, I was worried that we were gonna get bumped or something like that because the geniuses at Ring of Honor, when they were making the layout, they took the last row off our row and put it to the other side. That fucked everybody up.
It was so squished, and there's no room for our legs. And the maybe down by because you're at the end, right by the guardrail.
I was in like
it was great, but it was like making this big like snake shape, and it was confusing and it's hard to pay attention. Like this was the first time where it's been that bad, where like there's the line of chairs was actually making a snake like shape.
Well, there had to be the most people I've ever seen at a Toronto Ring of Honor show at this show.
Yeah, huge turnout. Definitely huge turnout. I don't know how many. I'm terrible at guessing.
They ran out of fucking beer halfway through.
Oh, you stole my fucking punchline.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I might as well tell that now.
Yeah, tell that story.
That fucking beer line was crazy. Was it with you that we got was it with you that I got 2 beers?
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure? Because we were standing there right by JR's barbecue booth, and then
yes, and I bought. That was some damn good barbecue sauce, by the way. I actually bought a bottle of JR's barbecue sauce.
Did you? Okay, well, tell that story. Go ahead.
Oh, our friend of the show, Mr. Matt Garrett, hustled me for some JR barbecue sauce. I'm like, fuck it, I got the money. I'll buy some barbecue sauce. Expensive barbecue sauce, but it was damn good.
Yeah, you finished it. Yeah, so JR had a little booth set up right at the end of the
we're at the end of the wrestlers. He wasn't there. JR, well, he might have made an appearance, but we didn't see him. I guess he was in town during that one night only show. So
Yeah, the night before.
yeah, so he was in town. He might have been. It definitely was in the backstage with the boys. And yeah, showing some barbecue sauce. The Bachelor bought. Did you eat the whole bottle yet?
I guzzled the whole thing. No, I put it
Like
on.
chalet sauce. You just freaking dunked your head first.
It was good on turkey burgers. It was good on chicken. It was good on ribs. You're gonna have to order me some of that.
Love the meat. Yeah. So I was in the beer line. He got the barbecue sauce. We got 2 beers each. Then all of a sudden the beer line explodes. Like it explodes.
Boom.
Like honestly, it looks like a 45-minute wait. It talk about a big snake shape, huge beer line. And here's the problem, Ted Reeve Arena. Normally, you open a lot of beers, you have people pouring beers into cups, so you don't have to pour them individually each time. It was friggin' the worst process ever. So
Sports event bartending 101.
and like the whole time you didn't clue in, like maybe you should do this, this isn't a good system. Anyway, so I'm trying to wait for the line to get down a little bit, so it's like maybe a half hour instead of 45 minutes. So I get in line, wait the 25 minutes, maybe half hour. I'm up. I'm literally up, and they're like, "We're out of beer." I was like the next person, not one person ahead of me. When they said we're out of beer to me, that is the shittiest buzz.
You son of a bitch. Well, yeah, and actually, what they technically said was, Zach, I've got some bad news for you. Actually, that would have been hilarious if they did say that.
Yeah, so you didn't have enough beer. You knew you were probably running out. You didn't send anyone to get more beer, even though you knew it's like been the biggest show you've ever seen or the most people you've ever seen. You had a shitty system.
They should have at least given like a 10-beer warning to the people in line.
Yeah, that is. I didn't even think of that. That's another good point.
10-beer warning. I heard they're playing at Coachella.
All right, well, so let's get back to some wrestling.
Yes. So since it was a month ago, let's move on to the pay-per-view, which is fresh from last night. So Ring of Honor, Best of the World from Nashville, Tennessee, and I do believe they were in the same building where they had all the old TNA shows when TNA first started.
The Fairground or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. I think it's true.
Yes. Main event, Adam Cole versus Michael Elgin for the ROH title. You had for the tag team titles of the returning Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian versus Red Dragon. Television title was at a 3-way of Matt Taven versus Jay Lethal. And was Ciampa in that match or no?
No, I don't think so.
The whole night's a kind of a blur because we were kind of drunk. But that's the best way to watch a pay-per-view.
Yeah, drinking some beer, some Bud Light there.
Yes. And this was a real pay-per-view for Ring of Honor, not just the internet ones that go down every 5 seconds. So this was actually on TV.
Yeah, so so that was the first pay-per-view. Good for them.
It was a solid one, beginning to end.
Yeah, it looked like they had invested in some sort of video screen. Something or other.
Sinclair actually shelled out some money.
Not much.
Not much, no.
But more, a little bit more than usual.
Get us some lights, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is, I said during the Jay Lethal match, I remember saying he doesn't really make a good bad guy.
No, even with Truth by his side. But nice to see Saliza was back.
Yeah, we saw Saliza. We saw her previously with Bridget Scarlett
Bordeaux when they were the Hoopla Hotties.
Hoopla Hotties and Saliza. I used to follow her on Instagram, but she was blowing up my feed. And what I mean by that is she was posting tons of pictures, and I was getting sick of it, so I unfollowed Saliza. So, yeah, quick story. Lots of personal shit tonight, guys.
We're bearing our souls. It's what we have to do. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Tiny Tight Show. Therapy. ... 27th T-shirt idea.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if I like that one
No,
because that would be like a super inside joke because you would have to listen to this like episode to understand it.
All our T-shirts are inside jokes.
But at least now I'm ripping off Kanye West, or maybe I'm ripping off Dave Chappelle doing Kanye West because that's what I'm doing nowadays.
I believe technically that's called an homage.
Well, whatever you call it, I like it.
So, random memories from that night, in no particular order, because again, that's how random memories come. The guy from Justified was with Red Dragon. No, it was with Matt Hardy and Mike Bennett versus the Briscoes for some strange reason. Because he's a legit Peabody Award-winning author or something.
Is Justified? Is it Timothy O'Fillet? Is that the guy who was there?
Oh, no,
it's
that show with
It's
Timothy.
the same show.
But it's the guy who's his boss.
Oh, okay. I did not know who it was, to be honest with you.
But I love he was in typical 80s heel manager mode, and he's quite good. And when Nigel actually restarted the match, and it became just for some reason a hardcore match, he actually took some bumps.
Yeah, he did. What didn't he get landed on?
Mark went for the redneck splash.
Yeah, like a 5-star kind of thing.
And did Jay hit the J driller on him? That pile driver?
It's possible.
I know he hit Hardy with that after Hardy took a really good bump for once.
Mm-hmm.
That ladder bump.
Oh yeah, what was that? It was like to the floor, right?
Yeah, through the tables. It's like an old school TLC. I'm like, good for you, Hardy, for working your ass off and making that mean something on this first pay-per-view, which really needed to go well for Ring of Honor.
But at the same time, you're too old to be having to do that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
I don't really see anyone else at age or stature having to do that kind of bump.
Christian kind of has to because it's the only way he's keeping his job, but he's injured more often than he's not.
It is true, but yeah, maybe other than Christian, I don't know anyone else who should they've earned their spot. Like that guy's been wrestling like in the WWE since the 90s, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's him and Jeff are weird. Because also word broke that I guess Matt Hardy's going back to TNA to team with Jeff for some strange reason.
Is that true or just?
I think he's gonna be back at least for the New York tapings. Because I don't know. We'll talk about TNA later.
Exactly.
Yeah. So RH pay-per-view. We didn't care about the TV title match because nobody cares about Matt Taven. So,
I really dislike Matt Taven, good guy or bad guy. I just don't like Matt Taven yet. Maybe he'll grow on me, but not yet.
That Caprice Coleman versus Roddy match was really good.
I think Caprice Coleman, I don't really like that name. I don't know why. I just think, I don't know, ACH too. I don't know. I think we got to do a better job naming these guys here.
So Ring of Honor still needs to start pulling a WWE and renaming guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Maybe helping them out a little bit.
So we had the team of the Young Bucks fight. No, it was Bad Influence versus, or the former Bad Influence, because they're not allowed to be called that anymore.
You can't call them that.
Versus Red Dragon, great match there.
Yeah, Red Dragon, no Filthy Tom Lawler though this time. Maybe he's training in the gym.
Yep. I like the fact that Daniel says he's going to stick around Ring of Honor for a while, so that's cool.
Yeah, I guess he needs some money. Probably his family doesn't want to go to Japan. Doesn't AJ have kids?
Yeah, and he's again world champ in Japan, so I guess they're paying him good money between Ring of Honor and Japan.
Is he bringing his kids over there? Do you know?
I don't think he goes on that long a tour. Maybe just like a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time.
Okay, yeah, maybe Daniel says that because he doesn't want to do the tour to Japan, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. We had Kevin Steen versus Silas Young, and we were all shocked that Kevin Steen won that one.
Yeah, so of course, well, we weren't shocked after because he said he had a month and a half left, so he probably has a few more matches, so he's not going to lose to Silas Young.
So let's start the countdown to Kevin Steen leaving a month and a half. We still don't know what his NXT name is going to be.
Well, I asked you this on Sunday, and let us ask the Tiny Tights listeners. Let's get some emails going. So our email is, what is our email, Bachelor?
tinytightshow@gmail.com.
Okay, so the question this week is, if you follow ROH, what do you think about the veterans, the old indie guys who haven't made it yet, like the BJ Whitmers and the Silas Youngs? Well, what do you think? I never think they'll be able to draw money. What do you think their place is? Do you think that they should just give up their dream, or you think they should just be that mechanic type that's gonna put guys over? So you can answer it now, and a Bachelor can answer it now, and you can think about it. Maybe send us an email, and we'll read it next show.
Absolutely. So, I don't know. I think guys like BJ Whitmer, guys like Roderick Strong, they've kind of plateaued, but I think as long as BJ Whitmer's making money,
I don't know if I put Roderick Strong in that same category I was thinking of, because I don't know the age difference between Roderick Strong and Silas Young. Maybe it's just a mustache that makes him look that much older.
I'm just going by that generation of the guys that aren't Punk, Daniel Bryan, that haven't moved on from Ring of Honor.
I still think Roderick Strong has a chance to do something in either TNA or WWE, whereas Silas Young and BJ Whitmer, this is their highest they're going to go, and I don't think they're even go higher than this within ROH. So I don't know. This is definitely the highest I think they'll ever reach in their career. So do you think they should stop?
No, I don't think they should. You got to believe, Zach.
I guess so. I guess I never thought that Jay Bradshaw would come back and have a championship run.
Yes.
That's a good example.
Well, the big unknown is what Jeff Jarrett has going on. We don't know what Global Force Wrestling. He could have Daniels. He could have all these guys. They announced he's got to deal with Conan and AAA to get some luchadors, and he just signed a deal with New Japan. So he could get a lot of the guys like Nakamura and all them.
See, that would be sweet, because that guy has star potential,
charisma.
Yeah, huge charisma. So big fight feel, that match with that big dude apparently he lost the belt to.
Bad luck fail of the Bullet Club.
Yeah, the first guy there, or first match with this same guy. Yeah, it was fantastic. Just brings a new energy, a different kind of energy to the ring.
It made him feel like a warrior because his nose literally just exploded all over the place. But he had that fighting spirit because he is the king of strong style. But alas, Bullet Club has 4 belts now.
Yeah.
Damn them all to hell. I blame Gallows. It's all his fault. So let's move on to NXT. Then we'll talk WWE. I think we found our new favorite tag team in NXT.
Well, are you talking about the Vaudevillains?
The Vaudevillains of Simon Gotch and
Simon Gotch and Aiden English.
Yes, well, we were big Aiden English fans before that, but Gotch is pretty epic.
I guess he's gonna stop singing now. Maybe is he gonna stop singing?
Well, I think they're just gonna focus more on the tag team stuff, and he'll still sing. But
sorry to cut you off. I don't know if he's gonna do the singing entrance anymore, and that's a shame. But why don't you describe Simon Gotch to someone who maybe doesn't know who that is? Because that's a new name. That's a new name.
Kind of like his gimmick is 1920s wrestler, so he's got the classic mustache, and he's got almost the retro tights, and his style is that shooter. So essentially, almost everything Colt Cabana is doing is Matt Classic.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a perfect description.
I don't think they'll beat the Ascension, but they're a good mid-level jobber tag team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. A little bit of comedy here and there.
Someone for the Matadors to feud with, at least.
Yeah, it's true. And then what else we got? So we got the girl Charlotte and Summer Rae back together.
Yeah.
Down there, right?
I'm loving Ric Flair pageant dad. That works. And, I'm glad that Rick passed his physical. So keep him with Charlotte, even if you bring Charlotte to the main roster and him being the pageant dad, that'd be hilarious.
There you go. Yeah. Then Adrian Neville.
Tearing up. Oh, what do you think of Charlotte's theme with the retro Ric Flair lick in it?
I didn't notice it, to be honest with you.
Okay, you can go back and listen to that.
I'll go listen to it right now and maybe touch myself.
And just think of Charlotte wooing.
Woo!
Yes, with her tattoos on her ribs.
It's quite possible that might just happen.
That might just happen. We got Tyson Kidd turning heel.
Yeah, so he turned his back on Sami Zayn, who, in my opinion, I don't know, he sounds so similar to Kevin Steen. So I thought we kind of laughed about this, that like if El Generico actually talked, or if Kevin Steen ever gets into the WWE, they're gonna have some hilarious promos where if they're having a back and forth, you could close your eyes and just try to guess who's who. And I think it'd be pretty tricky. I
love the tweet that Sami Zayn put out this week, just saying, I don't know why the fans are chanting Olay during my matches, but I appreciate the support. Sami Zayn. Millions of dollars. Or dollar bills. Yeah, that's it. JB on Cole joke.
It'd be great if you just, like, all of a sudden you just see, like, the mask show up one day.
Yes. Or when Steen does show up, he just hands the mask to Sami, goes, here, it's weird without it.
Yeah, there you go.
You're freaking me out to put it on. I knew it was you. I don't know. I can't wait for that moment. Like I say, I'd book it. The way I would book it, I just have the Ascension beat down Sami Zayn on one of these live shows. And then Kevin Steen makes the save, and then the internet will just go skeet, 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 skeet all over the place.
All 20,000 of us.
Yes, all the feels would be happy for that moment.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tyler Breeze making his own theme. What do you think of the new Tyler Breeze music?
It's good. Works for him. Still enjoying the Tyler Breeze. I did like his music before, though. I thought it worked well. So,
yeah.
Even though
I hear that music on everything now, like random internet videos, sporting events.
What, his original music?
Yeah, it had to be like a stock generic music that's just picked up because it is all over the place now.
Okay. No, I liked it though, so maybe that's why they just wanted some originality. But it works for him though. I heard he hurt himself, possibly.
Yeah, it's just big furry boots. Not much you can do.
Yeah, he was getting a decent little push though.
Oh yeah. So let's move on to WWE. Keep the show moving because we got a lot of news and stuff to talk about. I guess Love is gone because the Shield is done.
The Shield is destroyed. The Shield is no more.
Plan B, as Triple H put it.
That's like the morning after pill or something like that, isn't it?
I think it was Blue Tista blew so many people's minds, literally blew.
Blew their minds, or
blew their minds. That was the funniest shit. Like, did they not tell Dave that they weren't all wearing blue? No,
yeah,
this will be funny. No, but we're gonna wear all our blue gear on Sunday for the fight against the Shield. And he shows up. I hate you.
The crowd picks up on it right away. Starts to Blue Cheesta chant, and then I think it's Blue Cheesta. Like,
Blue Cheesta?
Bluetooth.
That's his new
The
sponsor.
announcers didn't pick up on it though, so it was pretty funny.
The internet memes were pretty great. So of him like basically superimposed like a Smurf or Mega Man. That was a good one. But so that was actually a good match when all hell was breaking loose and Seth Rollins was diving off balconies New Jack style.
Yeah, we're going back far here, but in my mind at least. But yeah, that was a good match. What do you think about this? Rollins being the one. What do you think about that?
I think it really surprised all of us because we all expected it to be Ambrose, but he had the best what look on his face when Rollins did the heel turn.
Okay, sorry, I just thought about something.
Okay.
Did we talk about the ROH show and didn't even talk about the title change?
Yeah, we did. That's how we roll on this show.
Okay.
We're mourning the mullet. The mullet is gone on Michael Elgin. Who cares? He won the title. He doesn't need that title. He needed that mullet.
Okay, we'll go back to Seth Rollins in a second.
And we got to talk about Seth Rollins' new X-Men black leather outfit, ring gear.
Yeah, it's a good segue though from Elgin's new haircut to Rollins' new attire.
It is. It's about change.
We planned that, guys.
Yeah.
So main event at the ROH pay-per-view was Seth Rollins. No.
It was Seth Rollins. 5 years ago. Tyler Black versus Davey Richards. I was there. You weren't. Michael Elgin versus Adam Cole, baby.
Michael Elgin shaved his head. We're happy because it looks better, but we're confused because that's his gimmick.
I was just as much shock and disbelief as when Brock Lesnar beat Taker at WrestleMania. What? No! The bullet's gone! No!
If you're just listening to this, jump on YouTube, check out Batch's face. It was pretty good there.
And Zach was like,
I was mad because I just got the Fear the Mullet shirt, and well, maybe that's cool because maybe they'll stop selling it now and it'll be a little bit more rare. Because I like rare. But yeah, so his gimmick is normally Fear the Mullet. For the last 2 shows at least, at the Toronto ROH show, we've had Elgin's bald spot chance going.
yes.
So maybe we're actually getting to his little self-conscious. Maybe we're getting to his self-esteem a little bit.
That was a hell of a match between him and Cole, man. They tore the fucking house down.
Yeah, there were some wicked power bombs at the end. Elgin just laid out Cole with some nice power bombs at the end. We were kind of shocked. Like, to me personally, I knew it was going to Elgin as soon as I saw the second jumping Canadian Destroyer. I was like, I'm like, oh shit, Elgin's got it. As soon as Adam Cole went up there, and then yeah, sure enough, missed the Destroyer. Boom, boom, couple power bombs and buckle bomb. And
I love he broke out the old school like Chris Jericho, lifted him up like 3 times, power bomb, then lift him up again.
And they were good, and they weren't in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
they're nice.
And so congratulations, Michael Elgin, new Ring of Honor World Champion. And the cool thing is, he's going to Japan as Ring of Honor World Champion.
And a new haircut.
Yeah.
So
I think
you think what? No.
I think he'd do well in Japan. Like he's got that Stan Hansen, Terry Gordy, Gaijin, big, tough, strong guys. He'd do well.
He'd do amazing in Japan. He's not probably afraid to get a little stiff from time to time or all the time. And yeah, he's just a big dude. He's not tall, but I think the Japanese people would really enjoy his stature and the way that he wrestles for sure.
He's now Canadian Rusev.
Poutine.
Elgin, dip, poutine.
Poutine, crush poutine.
Dun 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 dun.
Montreal smoked meat. Anyway, so from Elgin's new haircut to Rollins' new attire, what do you think about it?
It's Rollins' new. I like his new theme. I'm kind of sad he's not doing the whole arm wavy, dancey, kicky thing, but his outfit is very X-Men Days of Future Past black leather, which I'm.
Yeah, I don't like it so far. Me.
It doesn't scream main event player.
Doesn't scream main event player. I am happy he didn't go with the tiny tight.
Oh!
Hey, he said the name of the show.
That's right.
I am happy he didn't go with the tiny tights, but what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. You're gonna change it because what Dean Ambrose last week came out with these like baggy ass jeans, and I was like, I don't like the baggy ass jeans, and he came out with skinnier jeans this week, and I was like, I don't mind that as much. I don't think he can. I don't think Susan or whatever her name in the back. I kind of know her name from Total Divas, the one who makes the outfits and shit. I think it's Susan or something. If I'm wrong, send me an email, please. No. Yeah, I don't think she can do anything with that outfit. I don't think she can. But Ambrose, that's my opinion on it. Stick with the skinnier jeans.
I love Dean Ambrose's outfit because that's John fucking Moxley. He's totally bypassed fucking developmental. So he's coming in, or he is right now, like he was when he came in. Jeans, wife beater, that's fucking John Moxley.
Yeah, he's kind of playing. No, he's playing the good guy, but the keeping that same attitude as the Shield, but just stepping up a notch with his aggression, I'd say.
He's crazy as fuck, and he's gonna be the next Stone Cold. Not that he will ever be that hype, but that type of this guy kicks ass. He's awesome. He can do anything. He can say anything.
Yeah, he will be main event level for sure, and just as long. Listen to me, Dean. Listen. Don't wear those baggy jeans anymore.
Steal Batista's skinny jeans. He's not using them right now.
I did hear you're in a relationship with Renee Young. And that's fantastic. Good for you.
We're getting real here. Listen to us, dude.
And Dean, John, Renee, you're all listening, I'm sure. Congratulations on your new relationship together with each other. And I'm just going to be sitting here at a distance, observing quietly, patiently, not for Renee.
With some tissues.
Tiny tights.
I got weird, but that's okay. He got new music too. Gotta feel sorry for Roman Reigns. He's still stuck in the SWAT gear with the Shield theme.
Yeah, it works for him though. I can't see him anywhere else. But yeah, so Rollins got new attire, new music. Ambrose got new attire, new music. Reigns, same attire, and just repackaged music. Because it's the same, isn't it? Or similar?
It's the exact same theme.
Yeah, so...
we finally found out what's in his pockets, though, of the poopy pills.
Yeah, so he went the comedic route, tried to get himself into some sort of match, and spiked a coffee that Vicky Guerrero was taking to Stephanie McMahon, and then Stephanie McMahon fucking threw up all her shit on her, and...
That smells of Vince all over. Ho, ho, ho! That's fucking great! Oh, ho, she's gonna throw up all over Victory! She's gonna puke! She's gonna puke! Just know something.
Dean, let me tell you something. I'm enjoying the aggression, big guy.
Yeah.
Are you showing that aggression to Renee in the bed? I'm sure you are. Your promos on fire. Are they going to let up? Probably not. Dean,
Hey, Dean.
thank you.
Dean, do us a favor. Just give her.
Thank
That's all
you.
you gotta do.
Renee, I thought you were married. What happened there? Poor guy. Like, as soon as you joined the WWE, you split? You split up? His worst fear, I imagine. Imagine that. Imagine your girlfriend gets a job at the WWE. How worried would you be? No, you just married her. He married her because her last name was Paquette. And then she
And
gets the job at the WWE. And that's your worst fear because you're trying to be the trusting new husband. And then what? Dean Ambrose, you come in with your French lunatic charm and you
now
take her away from me?
and now she's stuck in the hands of the Titty Master. Have you seen that?
That's some true shit right there, man.
Have you seen? I love when you get real. You just get very quiet and you bring in the microphone, and this is how it's gonna be.
This is Tiny Tights 2.5. This is newfound territory. Jason Ward, Sergio,
Dave Mather.
Dave Mather.
Heaven forbid when we get Dave on here. Holy shit.
We won't get a word in.
Yep. But we need you to make some like relaxing music for when you get real to put in the background. So when Zach gets real, so little wind chimes, little piano. That's a good idea.
When Dean was in 3rd grade, I bet he never thought he would be where he is right now. Top of the world. Ahead of the class.
When he was getting his head split open by brain damage in Tournament of Death with the turkey knife.
Yeah, like I'm sure Dean never thought he would be where he is. Or maybe he did. Maybe people succeed because they believe in themselves that much.
I need to do that.
This hashtag Tiny Tights Therapy. You are right. It is a good T-shirt idea. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Too much energy. Like yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just enough energy for the end of the show. Maybe not end of the show, but near the end of the show. That's some fantastic energy, Bachelor.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you.
Now, as I just spent all of my energy, it's time to talk about TNA. Well, I guess they had a pay-per-view last week. And, oh yeah, I guess we haven't even talked Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan's not champ anymore. That sucks. But Cena's in it for the titles. Bray Wyatt's in it. Roman Reigns is in it. Kane is in it. Alberto Del Rio, for some strange reason, is in it.
He's
Randy
won it
Orton.
twice. Why wouldn't he be in it?
But why is he in the one for the title? Why isn't he in the one for the briefcase? Because that's in his pecking order.
Don't question the decision. What's best for business is best for business.
Or is it just that Bautista left and they needed someone to put in that spot, so they decided to put Alberto Del Rio in it?
I'm pretty sure, because I haven't seen him around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Doing anything significant, that is.
Cesaro's in the match, so who's your pick for who's going to win the world title?
Yeah, and this John Cena, my guess. That's what I said Sunday. That's what I said to you when we were sitting there watching ROH together. I said John Cena, and you know why? Here's my rationale behind that. It's kind of like no one else really deserves it. Like Bray Wyatt's too new, Roman Reigns is too new, Cesaro is too new, Kane is too old. Randy Orton is too boring. Sorry, go ahead.
Isn't it time to elevate new stars, to try something new?
You could, and that might be a good time to do it, but I don't think that's never been the wrestling mold. And I'll give you an example. Like, I know WCW went down, and this is my comparison, is that Hogan had the belt, and it just seemed better on Hogan than anyone else, like for some reason. And it's just that same vibe, and I'm getting the same vibe here, and I'm really going on as a gut feeling, so I don't know why I'm being so sure about it, but it's really just a gut feeling.
The obvious move: Seth Rollins wins Money in the Bank briefcase. Roman Reigns wins the title. Seth Rollins cashes in right there, and Seth Rollins is your champ.
I like your ideas. Dean?
Call back this shit, man.
No, that'd be cool. I like your ideas, and if that were to happen,
Or Daniel Bryan just runs out of nowhere, runs up the ladder, takes the titles, and runs off through the crowd.
I don't know.
Or CM Punk comes back. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I don't know. That's my guess. John Cena. What's in your guess? Did you say a guess yet? I don't know.
Roman Reigns.
You say no? Way too early. Way too early.
Reigns or Bray Wyatt? Those are my picks.
You're picking 2 now.
Yes.
What? How many people are there in it?
7 or 8.
8. So you're picking like what? 20%?
Yep. That's what I do because I'm dope and I do dope shit.
25%. Just for Sergio because he's gonna think I'm stupid.
Yeah, so that's that. How come they haven't turned Jack Swagger face yet? Like, all this Russo stuff. That is awesome, by the way. I'm loving fucking Russo and Lana. Hot.
I agree with you on both things. I'm enjoying both Rusev and Lana.
Yeah.
Lana?
You figured Zev wouldn't have a problem with all this Putin stuff, like. Thinking that explosion of pop, like if Rusev just starts running down to USA, lays out an open challenge, and then you hear the Real Americans theme, that place would explode. Possibly do it at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I see. You got good ideas, but it just doesn't work because you can't see Zeb as a good guy.
It's for America.
I guess you could always play. Yeah, it's easy to show that. Yeah, who can't play the patriotic card? You're right again.
Yeah, I'm right. Woo! Big energy. Turning it down a little. So TNA, so they had a pay-per-view.
Let's get real here for a second.
Let's get real. Okay, we're getting real again.
What's your favorite, just off the top of your head? Your favorite promo, just off the top of your head. Don't be real specific. Just say something.
Cactus Jack, ECW, anti-hardcore pay-per-view promo.
And you're picking this because you think it's just the craziest, most technical, funniest. What is the criteria for your selection?
It really sucked me in with just Foley at his prime as Cactus Jack, because all good promos have a sense of reality. So literally, like, he was pissed about the fans with the sign say Kane Dewey, Kane is little boy, and he used it, and he fueled it, and he flipped it. So he went from one of the most over guys in ECW to one of the most hated guys in ECW.
That's a good answer for just right off the top of your head. Thank you.
That's what I do. What's your favorite promo?
Dean, thank you. I was just going to go the comedic route, and I was going to say favorite promo, just one that came off the top of my head real quick, was the Paul London with Bryan Danielson. Yeah, so YouTube that if you don't know what I'm talking about. That is hilarious. Paul London goes off, and Daniel Bryan breaks it, and he can't stop laughing. It's like one of those Saturday Night Live skits where they break, and you just laugh because they're laughing, and it was a good time.
And just the fact, like, instead of clapping, he wanted the fans to buzz. And they did in PWG for the longest time. They would, instead of, like, cheering for Paul London, they would just go,
It's a fantastic promo. Just if you like that, if you just want a little comedy in your life, you want to smile more.
Speaking of PWG, they've announced the Battle of Los Angeles is going to be 24 men this week. And they are, not this week, they've started to make the announcements. And they're really starting to announce, like, a lot of the guys that just got fired by WWE. Oh, yeah, so I guess that happened since our last show. So they've announced that...
Hold up. Did you say 24 men?
11. 11 people got released. 24 men, 3 nights for this year's Battle of Los Angeles.
24 men sounds like heaven.
I didn't know that real Zach swung that way.
I'm not sure what voice this is. This is my talking to Dean Amber's voice, but apparently he
is okay with the 24 men.
Well, after I got cheated on
By
Renne, I had to look at different avenues to fulfill my pleasures. And you know what?
What?
It hurt. It hurt when she
imagine.
left. It hurt when she left.
Oh, I thought you said it would hurt with the 24 men.
Yes. It's a good hurt.
Yes. So Matt Seidel is one of those 24 men. Who else? The former tag team partner, Zack Ryder. What's his name?
Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins is going to be there.
So what's Kurt Hawkins? Is he can't use that name? So what's he gonna use?
They said his name. I can't remember. Apparently, it's his real name, so I just don't know it
I
off the
think
top.
it's like Brian Myers.
Something like that.
Myers,
maybe.
Lena, Myers.
So I assume all the PWG faithful will see Willie Mack, we'll see Ricochet, we'll see Rich Swann, we'll see Adam O'Reilly, we'll see Joe, Johnny Gargano, then the Big Punk, and Joe, and Cabana, and me, Homicide.
Probably PD Avalon.
Yeah. Peter Avalon, yeah, he's probably a fair bet.
Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say Kyle O'Reilly?
Kyle O'Reilly, the new PWG champion, with me, Homicide, and Eddie Kingston.
Tell the people about your shirt. Did we talk about your shirt yet?
Oh, my shitty Hulkamania shirt I got from TNA. The font is actually wearing off already, and I think I've worn it 3 times. So it says a lot about TNA as a company right now.
Did you get it in that grab bag thing?
Yeah, I got it in the grab bag, so it was clearance.
So, like Christmas time, right before Christmas, TNA had the special. I think we told you about it, but we'll tell you again.
You got hosed on the shirts.
Yeah, it was like you got a shirt and 2 DVDs.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got some shit. They didn't even pack shit for me. They gave him stupid shit. Whatever.
Fuck TNA.
Oh, sorry. Go back, listen to the old episode, and listen to my rant.
So MVP was supposed to fight Eric Young at the last pay-per-view. Then MVP got legit injured. So this being TNA, they realized, fuck, what are we going to do? So they came up with a good idea for the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view actually wasn't that bad. It would be Bobby Lashley versus Joe and Austin Aries versus Kenny King. So Lashley beat Joe, which pissed everybody off. Aries beats King, and the main event was in a cage, a triple threat match between Eric Young, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Aries. Eric Young wins that, so cool. Next night, or Thursday, live Impact, Bobby Lashley beats Eric Young to become the new TNA champion.
Eric Young did a pretty nice elbow drop from the top of the cage.
That was a pretty dope elbow drop. I feel bad for Eric Young because he did deserve a good reign, but he got caught in the knee-jerk reaction of make him our Daniel Bryan when he's not their Daniel Bryan.
No. Well, I think I've ranted about this before, but I don't think it was like the push was planned very well because it was kind of sudden. There was no build-up for him. He was kind of comedic, then all of a sudden they were trying to force Sirius down her throat for all of a sudden, and then it was kind of just too fast.
Yep. What do you think of the menagerie in TNA?
What do I think about the menagerie? I think the girl, I think her name's Rebel, can do the splits pretty well.
Yeah. And Crazy Steve is over as fuck everywhere except the Impact Zone.
Crazy Steve's Canadian wrestler, isn't he?
That's right, he's an Ontario boy.
The good old, what a scene. Canadian wrestling is making right now. Michael Elgin is the ROH champion, and Crazy Steve is a huge hit everywhere except for the Impact Zone.
Which is their target demographic.
It can't be the target demographic when you try to just get people that want to come out of the sun at Disneyland or whatever it is, wherever they are, MGM.
I feel bad for TNA because it looks like they have a good crowd, but then it accidentally films the other side of the ring, and there is no one on that side of the building.
Yeah, you've seen pictures on the internet. It looks pretty bad at times, really.
They have announced that they're going back to the six-sided ring, so
Like
I'd say good.
Or just
Permanent.
Yeah, that'll take a while to get used to again, I think.
Yeah, because they're doing like 3 days of tapings at New York City, the Hammerstein Ballroom, and they're screwed if they can't fill that up because Ring of Honor packs that place every single show.
I was never a huge fan of the six-sided ring, so we'll see what I think this go around. Well, did you like it the first time?
Yeah, I liked it. It was different. It made the product look different. Like if you're clicking through and you see a six-sided ring, you're gonna stop and watch that.
I don't know. It just kind of took some of the wrestling out of it for me. For some reason, some are. I don't know. The bounce off the ropes is different. Did you find that? Maybe it was like there wasn't as much slack between the ropes.
It's a harder ring too. It's harder to bump on. Like AJ said that on Jericho's show.
He said it was harder to bump on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when he went back to the normal ring. He's like, oh, okay. So, Kurt Angle's spoiler becomes the new director of operations in TNA because I guess MVP gets stripped of his power. Finally, a company makes sense, and it's TNA, so what the fuck is that? All this shit that Triple H and Stephanie are doing, flagrant abuse of power, the board of directors doesn't do shit. Where in TNA, MVP flips out for one fucking night, and they strip him. Who'd have thought that happened?
Well, at least maybe they're trying something different. Maybe a good guy in a power role instead of a bad guy compared to the WWE. So at least they're trying to be maybe opposite in that respect. So we'll see where it goes. Angle's still pretty decent on the mic, so it should be all right.
That's cool. So let's end the show talking a little bit about MMA. Have you watched any UFC lately?
I did. Arlovsky's back. Do you remember Andre Arlovsky?
He's the guy with the guard that looks like the vampire teeth, right?
Yeah. So he was really big back in 2006, 2007 when UFC was picking up steam again. We were definitely watching it religiously, and he was like the heavyweight champion. Had a couple boring fights with Tim Sylvia.
Dancing Bear.
Dancing 5-round dancing bear fights, and
that's my Tim Sylvia impression.
But it's always a big pay-per-view, John. Always fun to watch.
Dana needs some stars. He keeps firing all the old guys.
So yeah, he went away for a while, fought in the Elite XC and probably Strike Force. I can't remember exactly. I don't think he fought in Bellator though. And he's had a good little winning streak, so he's back. He's probably only like 35 or something. Which is weird when you start calculating time and age and stuff like that. And still think about that.
Do you think as MMA evolves, we'll see more guys with longer careers?
No. I think that competition and like. Give me an example. So in baseball, they say your prime ages for a male are between 28 and 32. So you don't really want to sign someone past a contract long term past 32 because you're going to expect regression. So since everyone in MMA is going to be so well rounded and everyone's going to know every facet and know every discipline and be so good at everything, that it's going to really depend on your athleticism, and therefore it's going to be depending a lot on your age. So I think that it's going to be a lot of champions in that age bracket, and I don't see a lot of older older guys, and especially now because they got rid of the TRT, you can't do the testosterone, which older guys were getting by on, like Vitor and Chael Sonnen.
I was just about to say, Chael Sonnen!
He got just banned for life, so he retired or something like that. He's gone because of this.
He'll be an analyst, or I'd like to actually see Chael Sonnen actually go to WWE, because he can actually talk shit.
I think it's definitely inevitable at some point. He's a student of the game, that's for sure. But yeah, Dan Henderson, he's kind of a freak of nature, kind of a exception to the rule because he's, I don't know, probably in his 40s now. He was taking testosterone, but he said he's off of it now, and he's still fighting. And so yeah, that's my take on it, though. I do think it's going to be a lot of between those age groups and maybe the younger guys too, with less wear and tear on their bodies. So, but it's going to be a young man's game going forward.
I actually since we're talking MMA, I actually purchased the UFC video game for PS4.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too, motherfucker. Want to fight? Get over here and we'll actually play. It's good. It's not great. It's a good first attempt. The game looks freaking amazing, but it's once you get.
Hold up! You said it was fantastic last time. So what's changed from last time we spoke till this time? What's not good about it?
You start to see the chinks in the armor. Like, the career mode is good, but it's just essentially the challenge mode with the training missions built into it. You can't build pay-per-views, which I would kind of like to build cards and things like that, but that's not in there. The roster's good, but I always kind of wanted, like, in one of these kind of games to have open weight divisions. Like, I want to see Bigfoot Silva fight Mighty Mouse. Stuff like that, I don't know. But I was playing with, I guess, Bisping versus Chael Sonnen. I destroyed fucking Chael Sonnen's nose. I broke it in the first round, and
you know what you know how much I think or care about that. The same as someone who writes first on a YouTube fucking video. That's how much. I don't fucking care, Bachelor. No, I'm just joking.
Fine then. Man.
I don't care about Chael Sonnen's nose. It's a video game. It's supposed to do that.
Well, just the fact, like, the blood, the way the blood drips on the canvas, like, when he's on top of me and I'm popping him in the head, it's just, like, all over my face. All over my face and chest. Just no.
I was just giving you a hard time.
I know.
I'm just still mad at Dean Ambrose for stealing my wife.
Let it go, Jack. Let it go. You gotta let it go.
Those promos. I have a better body than Dean Ambrose. I'm taller than Dean Ambrose. It's those promos. I just can't cut a promo like Jon Moxley, and it drives me crazy because you know what? His promo started. He started talking about like just bananas and rape, and that's how he starts his promos, and I just can't compete with that originality, and it's just driving me crazy. Renne, come back! Renne, come back! Come back!
Oh, Zachy, what are we gonna do? Awkward silence.
Come back.
Last thing I will mention about the UFC game, I do like the fact that the female fighters are in it, so you can be Ronda Rousey and just armbar everybody. And and Bruce Lee is in the game. He is DLC. So when Joe Rogan says he looks like Bruce Lee, he's actually talking about Bruce Lee.
Is DLC like DETF?
Downloadable content. So if you want to play with Bruce Lee, $2 you have to pay.
Is Bruce Lee down to fuck?
He's down to whoop some ass.
He's down to fuck you up.
And while wearing his yellow tighty tights. So.
Tighty tights. You said the name of the podcast again.
That's right. So I guess we should wrap it on up. It's been a good show. I think we've learned a lot here. I think Zach's kept it real, and his obsession with Rene Paquette is something we're going to have to, or Renee Young, or Renee Ambrose, not to make you even more jealous.
I'm gonna have to find out that dude's name. I'm gonna
Yes.
Google it, and that'll be my new character is Renee Young's
Ex-husband.
ex-husband who got cheated on.
And I'm just so sad and I'm bummed because I had Renee, but now Moxley has him, and I just don't have the enthusiasm to live right now.
I work at a cardboard box plant. I make cardboard boxes, and I think of you, Renee. And I wrote you a note with magazine cutouts. Like I cut out the letter, like a ransom note. Now that I think about it, it's kind of creepy.
Jimmy Corderas won't return my texts.
Come back.
So until next time, I am Mike Bachelor.
I'm Zach Sellich, and also Renee Young's ex-husband.
You can follow us on our Instagram at
Tiny Tight Show. There's 2 S's somewhere in there. They're consecutive, so it kind of makes it weird to type. But yeah, kind of try to find it.
There's 2 very sexy S's in Tiny Tight Show.
And that's also the Twitter handle on the Twitterverse.
And you can send us an email as of Zach's question of the week at thetinytightshow@gmail.com.
To remind you of the question, it was, if you watch ROH, BJ Whitmer, Silas Young, they're never going to get above this level. They're never going to get above ROH, and they're never going to be a champion in ROH, so what's the point of continuing? Argue that, say if you agree with me, don't agree with me, or even care. Thanks you for listening, and tights win fights.
Tiny
or
Tights.
Did I say your line?
It's my line than your line, but who cares? Tiny Tights as I.
Tights win fights. I'm dope and I do dope shit.
Word. Yay, yay.